Hey you guys, Yulia here. So today's video will be what's blooming in the garden now video, and it was actually my mom's suggestion because she was really curious to see what's going on in the garden right now. And I think it was a great idea. So I'm just going to walk around in the garden and show you what's going on. I will also try to put names to all of the plants that I'm showing you and whether they are deer resistant or not, because I get that question asked a lot. And I will start here in the sidewalk garden with all of the alliums that are blooming right now. And the rhododendrons look so beautiful in the background. So I have a variety of alliums here, and the ones that you see blooming right now, these are pinball wizard, which is amazing. It's such a great quality allium. They are very sturdy. They're shorter than Globemaster, have beautiful full heads of flowers. Look at that. The ones that you see that are spent are Purple Sensation, and I love those for their gorgeous color. These grouping right here, I will throw a picture of what they look like when they were blooming, but they do peter out very fast. The pollinators really love them, and after the pollinators are done, they look like this. Just the seed heads. But the pinball wizards last for a long time. And as you can see right over there, the peony season is just starting out. I counted 40 buds on this one plant right here. It is impressive. And of course the rhododendrons look so beautiful right now. Hello. I have to replant this poor Euchre Autumn Bride. It's been in this pot for over 4 years. I feel so bad for the thing. I just don't have the time. But this spring is going to be it. I have to replant this. Now the rhododendrons that you see here are roseum. These are probably the most common rhododendron. I have a lot of birds here near the bird feeder. Yes, these are the most common rhododendron that you probably will see in the nursery, and they are beautiful. These are very old. They were here when we moved in, so I would say 40 years old. And you see how we cut down our climbing hydrangea, but it's still bloomed on the bottom right there. Looks so pretty. And let me show you this garden from this angle. I have to either paint this post or cover it with something because I do have a clematis that is climbing up this light pole, but that has to be taken care of. Note to self, the elephant ears are starting to fill in. And here are my poor irises. We had really rough rain yesterday, and they're all kind of fell down on the sidewalk. These are beautiful, but I do not know the variety. They're actually incredibly fragrant. Here's a closer view at the garden under the cherry. You could see the beautiful rhododendrons, roseum. The rhododendron here, I do not know the name of. I did buy it at the Rare Find Nursery. And I lost the tag. It is so pretty. It actually opens up much brighter pink, and then it fades to this blushy pink. But this whole combination with the Hakinakloa and the hostas, these hostas are just Costco hostas. You know how I love my Costco plants, and a lot of the plants in this garden, like the Christmas fern here, they're just very inexpensive bare root plants from Costco. And here's another Costco star here. This is a Clematis Duchess of Edinburgh, and I bought a really tiny bare root plant. I would say it was about 4 years ago. And look at this thing now. It is so pretty. It is a double clematis, which I didn't even know existed, but it's covered with flowers this year. Here is the grassy walkway again, the one that we used to go to the backyard. But I wanted to show you this planter here, of course surrounded by a beautiful azalea and the rhododendron. So this is a planter that I made a few years ago with native plants only, and I haven't touched it since, and it still looks so beautiful. So this is Dakota Burgundy Penstemon, Green Spice Euchera. I have Goltharia here and also Big Blue Stem. I mean, talk about low maintenance and gorgeous. It survived the harsh winters and zero care on my part. And here's the front garden. Last time I showed it to you, it was covered in daffodils. And I get a lot of questions asked as to what do I do with my daffodil foliage. Well, I just leave it. You're supposed to leave it for at least 6 weeks so it recharges for next year's bloom. I do not cut it. I just deadhead all of the daffodils. You cannot even see them behind all of the perennials that grow in this bed. And the foliage that is left kind of blends in. You could see it here a little bit. But what I wanted to show you here is my all-time favorite plant that is blooming right now, Amsonia hubrichtii. I mean, how pretty is this with the royal purple smoke bush? That combination is one of my favorites. There is a beautiful iris that a friend of mine gave me. I don't know the name of this one, but it also plays well with Amsonia. Check out the bee. So sweet. So there is also a star jasmine in a planter. So this star jasmine lives in my foyer in the winter. This plant is not hardy to our area, but I love it so much that I've kept it alive for a few years. Oh, one more thing I wanted to mention here is that we had 3 beautiful Saint Tropez roses planted here last summer, and they all died. We had kind of a rough winter with the 2 really cold spells. I think they weren't rooted well, and unfortunately I had to pull them out. So there would have been another layer of flowers here. So I am thinking about what I'm going to plant here next. But I wanted to quickly show you this Sunrise Surprise elderberry. This is such a great plant. It actually stays compact like this. Most of the elderberries get to 10-12 feet tall, but this is as big as it will get. Another thing that blooms so beautifully here right now is the Venus dogwood. Venus dogwood has one of the largest flowers in the dogwood family. I'm sorry about the cars. The traffic is kind of getting really, really bad right now. It looks really beautiful with this white Gila right now. But here, look at the size of these. I will put up a picture of what this looks like from our bedroom window, because I think that actually has the most beautiful view of this tree. And I wanted to show you these front planters here. This is probably the least expensive planting I have in my garden right now. So each planter is probably 25 cents. So I bought these seeds on sale last fall, and I started these Tiny Tim Alyssum this spring. It's just so pretty in these cast iron planters that I also scored at a garage sale for, I believe it was $15 each, which is incredible. So definitely look out for deals out there. You can garden on budget for sure. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I did an unboxing of some plants from greatgardenplants.com, and that was only last October or November, and I planted them last fall, and look how good they look. So this is Eucharella I Spy, and even bloomed this spring. And this is Euchera silver gumdrop, and the foliage is amazing. And these plants is exactly what I needed in this area because there's a lot of green over here, and I think they brighten this up so much. Love it. And here's another lovely combination here. That's a little Miss Kim lilac blooming. It's kind of on its way out, but still smells amazing. And this is Thalictrum black stockings. And I think I want this plant everywhere. It's just so delicate and so beautiful. I have 3 different Thalictrums here. This one here is Rush Brunianum, and this one is the native variety. And I just wanted to see how all of them perform and what the difference is. And so far I love them all. And I'm going to conclude this What's Blooming Now tour with peonies, because I have some that are already blooming beautifully in the backyard. And the interesting thing is that they're growing right next to this pin oak, and they probably receive more shade than they can tolerate, but they still bloom beautifully. This year is a really good peony year. I mean, this one is, how stunning is this? Just gorgeous. All right, you guys, this is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe got some ideas for your own garden. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.